Finding the perfect boondocking spot in the Yukon can be an adventure in itself. After striking out twice, we finally found this gem. A boondocker's paradise. Welcome, viewers, to part 4 of our 2024 Epic Alaska RV Adventure. We start out from Hyder, traveling north on the Cassiar Highway to Jade City, finally boondocking at Porcupine Creek in the Yukon Territory. Time to say goodbye to Hyder, but first we're trying something a little bit different. We're starting our travel day by prepping a slow cooker pulled pork dinner. We've never actually tried slow cooking while on the road, but with plenty of battery power and a sunny day ahead, it seems like a good time to experiment. With the pork simmering away, we hit the road, but first we have to navigate that narrow passage you might remember from our last episode. On our way out, we'll make one last stop at the bear viewing platform. Maybe we'll get lucky and spot some hungry bears this morning. Hopefully, these aren't the only bears we're going to see this morning. But with so few visitors around, we're not too optimistic. We do see an eagle scoping out the river, but alas, no bears today. Hyder was a great stop, even if we didn't film any bears this time. We did see a few, one even walked right by our truck in town, but we weren't ready with our cameras. And the stunning scenery alone makes this place worth the visit. As we drive out, we pass by the scene of the crime, where we got Hyderized last episode. And as you might remember, there's no border crossing to enter Hyder, but there is one as you come back into Canada. So it's important to bring your passports, as we have. For us, the border crossing was a breeze. Leaving Hyder behind, we pass through the town of Stewart. This charming little community has a friendly, small-town vibe with a touch of fishing village charm. They even have a nice boardwalk along the estuary. It looks like a great place for a stroll. Stewart also offers a good range of accommodations and shops, so if you're visiting this area without an RV, this might be a good place to make your base camp. When we come back, we'll definitely spend more time in both Hyder and Stewart. Hopefully, we'll see some bears too. Back on Highway 37A, we can't help but reflect on just how breathtaking this route is. The towering mountains, the misty skies, the streams cascading down the green hillsides. It's truly one of the most beautiful highways in the world. Every turn reveals a new panorama, leaving us in awe. Last episode, on our way in, we didn't really have time to explore Bear Glacier. But this time, on our way out, we're going to make sure we stop and take it all in. Bear Glacier, a majestic river of ice flowing down from the mountains. Its name, given by explorers in the early 1900s, reflects the presence of bears that once roamed these shores, drawn by the abundance of salmon. Over centuries, this glacier has carved its path through the landscape, leaving behind a stunning legacy. The meltwater streams we see rushing down to Bear Glacier Lagoon carry with them the story of this ever-changing environment. The lagoon itself, a body of water formed by the glacier's retreat, vividly illustrates the constant dance between ice and water. Like most glacial waters, this water has an almost light gray-blue tint to it, a result of the fine rock flowers suspended in the water. As we continue our journey, we catch glimpses of Mesiaden Lake shimmering through the trees, the mountains behind casting their reflections on the water's surface, creating a scene of breathtaking serenity. And before we know it, we're back at Mesiaden Junction, at the intersection of Highway 37, the Cassiar Highway. This feels like a good spot to fuel up the truck and ourselves. They have some food inside the gas station, and there's also a restaurant across the parking lot. Inside, it's a typical roadside stop with all sorts of touristy trinkets and snacks. We spot some t-shirts, hats, and even some local crafts. But what really catches our eye is the pizza warming in the carousel. We grab a few slices. It's the perfect quick lunch to keep us going on our journey. And boy, are these slices dense. This is definitely food aimed at a hungry working man. Our destination tonight is Jade City, which is about 450 kilometers north. That's a pretty good travel day on the Cassiar Highway, considering all the amazing scenery we're taking in. See that bear? I had to brake so quickly I knocked the camera down. Fortunately, it turned around. That could have been trouble. So far, outside of the total lack of shoulders, the Cassiar Highway has far exceeded our expectations in terms of road maintenance. It's been pretty smooth. There are a bunch of roads down in the lower 48 that are worse than this. It is true that some of the bridges are, well, rather narrow. Let's make a quick stop to check on the pork. It's been a few hours. Everything looks and smells great. Nestled up next to the boundary range of the Coast Mountains, this stretch of Highway 37 is susceptible to avalanches, though not during the season we're traveling. It's a truly beautiful area with flowers everywhere. About 200 kilometers north of Mesiaden Lake, we find the Eastman Creek Rest Area. They have a nice kiosk here that displays the rest areas in the region. We still have almost 250 kilometers to travel, so we're not staying here long. Every once in a while, we come across a small sign of civilization, a tiny outpost in this vast wilderness. It really stands out against the backdrop of the surrounding natural beauty. Miles of breathtaking wilderness, towering trees, rushing rivers, and the occasional glimpse of wildlife. And then, out of nowhere, a hockey arena. Clearly, priorities are a bit different up here. As we're filling up, we come across another YouTube channel, Overplanet. These guys drive a converted Unimog, an appropriate rig for the rough roads up here. The pavement is given way to gravel. We hear they're doing some road construction, so maybe next year it'll be paved again. But for now, the gravel's smooth, and we're still enjoying the ride. At long last, we encounter a pilot car. This is the first one we've seen on the Cassiar Highway, and we're in pole position right behind it. Much better than being at the end of a long line of trucks. That lasted for maybe 5 kilometers. Now we're on chip seal, but it's good quality and still smooth. We're coming to a place we never really thought about, the Arctic Divide. It's a hydrological boundary, a high point in the landscape that determines which direction water will flow, west towards the Pacific or north to the Arctic. It's the same idea as the Continental Divide. It's been a long and grueling drive, but we're almost at our destination, just a few more kilometers. And of course, right before we get there, the paved road turns to dirt. Looks like this might be a dusty experience. There's a number of other rigs here, so we know we're in the right place. We arrived as part of the Harvest Host program, but they may welcome just about anyone. It's about 9 p.m. now, so we're just going to park near the access road. The pulled pork smells really good. I think this was a winner. We cook up some green beans quickly, and we have a really nice meal. We'll leave it as an exercise for the viewer to figure out who's eating it on a hot dog bun and who is having theirs over rice. Good morning, Jade City. The name conjures images of a bustling metropolis, but this remote outpost offers a different kind of treasure for those traveling in an RV. They have a place for your four-legged friends to stretch their legs and even a washroom, though we opted to freshen up in the comfort of our own RV. The main attraction here is the Cassiar Mountain Jade Store. Fans of the reality TV show Jade Fever might recognize this place. It's featured prominently on the series. Stepping inside, you'll find all sorts of souvenirs and keepsakes, from t-shirts and hats to local crafts, and of course, jade. From raw stones to intricately carved jewelry, the store showcases the beauty and versatility of this precious gemstone. And they have items for all budgets, from simple polished stones for around $10 to exquisite carvings costing many thousands of dollars. There is, of course, an extensive selection of jewelry to suit all styles. Beyond the jade, there's a wide variety of wood carvings representing local wildlife, polished rocks, and gems such as amethyst and quartz. Some of these carvings are incredibly intricate. We were almost afraid to get too close. Wouldn't want to accidentally trigger that "you break it, you buy it" policy. Browsing through this incredible collection could easily become overwhelming, but the friendly staff were there to guide us. They offered expert advice and helped us navigate the vast selection with ease. Let's head over to the jade processing area and see how these rough stones are transformed. They have everything needed to process the jade right here, from the raw materials to the specialized tools. And here's something really cool. You can even request custom cuts. We find one of the craftsmen eager to educate us on the process.
Nice. What's your name?
Alexei.
Lexi?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Ukraine. Awesome. I'm Dang. Nice to meet you.
That's great.
Okay. So what are you doing here?
So
What is this for?
like we do paint here, we do some cutting stuff.
Cutting? Yeah.
Sorry, here
Custom?
is mess.
No worries.
Because we just want to organize.
Right.
To work with the jade, all blades should have a diamond, because the jade is harder than steel.
Okay.
So, and water at the same time.
Nice.
So we just here make some cutting with the flat pieces.
Awesome.
After that, we have some machines with some some diamonds on it. So we polish it. Yeah. And after that, we use a propane. Propane. We heat the stone. We use the wax. We wax it on it, and then it becomes shiny. If you use like water, so you can like see the real jade.
Okay.
Become dry very fast.
Right.
This is very high quality because you can see here light green spots. Chromium give more brightness to all of jade. So with the time, there is a more chromium here. The jade become lighter green, greener and greener.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is considered high quality.
Exactly.
jade.
This is called nephrite jade.
I see.
In China, they call him imperial jade.
Imperial jade.
Yeah, because if there is
Yeah,
more chromium, there is like high quality jade.
Nice.
Also,
Awesome.
there is a black jade. So if here will be more chromium, that black jade become green. Yeah.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no worries.
Nothing goes to waste. These jade fragments are transformed into smaller treasures. And over here we have chainsaws? Surely they don't use these for cutting jade, right? These massive jade boulders give you a sense of the sheer scale of the operation. The traffic along Highway 37 moves at a pretty good clip, and with the ongoing construction, vehicles kick up a lot of dust. While I wrap up my work for the day, Dang's taking to the skies for some aerial reconnaissance. It's a great way to capture some stunning footage of this incredible landscape, showcasing the unique beauty of Jade City and its surroundings from a whole new perspective. While jade has been used by the First Nations people long before Europeans arrived, it wasn't until the late 19th century that those Europeans really took notice. Looking down from above, it's easy to see why early mining efforts were fraught with peril. The terrain is incredibly rugged, and those massive jade boulders must have been incredibly difficult to extract and transport. The Bunce family played a pivotal role in shaping the modern jade industry in this region. Starting in the 1950s, they pioneered new mining techniques and established the Dease Lake Jade Cabin, which eventually evolved into the renowned Cassiar Mountain Jade Store. And jade continues to be a significant economic driver for this region. Just east of Highway 37, we can see the Stickeen River winding its way through the landscape. This powerful river is a force of nature, known for its breathtaking beauty and world-class whitewater rapids. Despite its name, Jade City, as we see it here from above, only has a few dozen people living in it. It's truly a tiny outpost in this vast wilderness. Forget cobblestone streets. In Jade City, they do things a little differently. We're pretty sure these jade-lined driveways would increase our property value back home. Jade City has been a fascinating stop, a glimpse into the world we didn't know much about. But now it's time to hit the road again. The Yukon beckons, and we're eager to see what adventures await us there. It's a great afternoon to be traveling. The road out of Jade City might be dirt, but as you can see, it's pretty smooth. And the best part? The construction zone ends in just a few miles. With Jade City fading in the rearview mirror, we have about 240 kilometers ahead of us. But here's the thing, this next leg of the journey is a bit more unpredictable. We don't have firm plans for where we're going to be staying tonight. As we continue north, we pass through forests that have clearly been impacted by wildfire. Recent years have seen a significant increase in fire activity in this region, and the scars on the landscape are a stark reminder of that. While the sight of fire-damaged forests can be disheartening, it's important to remember that wildfires are a natural part of the ecosystem in this region. And there it is, the Yukon Territory. We've officially crossed the border and entered a whole new world of adventure. This is a first for us, and we're definitely feeling the excitement. It seems leaving a sticker on this sign is a tradition, and we're happy to contribute. By joining the Alcan here, we're skipping Watson Lake and the Signpost Forest, but we'll be stopping on our return, so no harm. We have a few potential campsites on our list, and the first one is Big Creek Campground. We need to make sure it can accommodate our rig, and of course, good Starlink access is essential for us. Let's see if this spot checks all the boxes. We found a few spots that could accommodate our rig, but unfortunately, those few spots with a clear view of the sky for Starlink were already taken. Reliable internet is essential for us. It's a shame, but that's what happens when you arrive at a campground after 8 p.m. The best spots are usually taken by then. It looks like a great campground, but not if you need to work remotely. We'll have to keep searching. Our next hope for a campsite is about 40 kilometers north of here. iOverlander simply calls it Lookout with a View. It's right on the highway, but that's not a problem for us. Well, we found the view, but it seems everyone else did too. This is looking more like an RV convention. Maybe we should hand out name tags. I must admit, I'm a little concerned now. We have one last campsite on our list, and it's about 25 kilometers up the road. If that doesn't work out, we're going to have a problem. Well, this is where the pin is dropped on the map, but it's not immediately obvious where we're supposed to go. It looks like we might just have to pull off the highway and find a suitable spot. We can pull off right here, but something tells us let's explore a bit further. Let's see what lies down this road. Oh man, this is looking familiar. Another narrow forest road. Didn't we just navigate one of these in Hyder? We're starting to feel like we have a talent for finding these hidden paths. Decisions. We're going to stay to the right. Hey, this is looking promising. Will you look at that? It opens up nicely, and there's nobody else here. It's a large clearing, so Starlink should work perfectly. And this is Forest Service land, so boondocking should be fine. Yep, third time's a charm. This spot is perfect for us. We're so relieved. We'll just find us a spot that's mostly level so we don't have to unhook, and we'll be set for the night. We grabbed a tenderized pork cutlet a few stops back, and that's going to make a nice dinner sautéed with some veggies tonight. With dinner out of the way, let's assess the campsite further. What an absolute gem. It's got everything we love. It's open for Starlink and solar, tucked away from the highway with minimal road noise, it's level, and best of all, there's nobody else here. Well, we were really trying to stay positive, but I have to admit, our outlook was starting to look grim. But it just goes to show that things have a way of working out if you hang in there. We're going to get some sleep now and prepare for the next few days of heading up the Alcan. We have 1 or 2 planned stops, but the rest are pretty much winging it like we did today. If you like this video, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support really goes a long way towards helping us produce content and illuminating the direction for our future videos. Bye for now. We'll see you in the next episode as we boondock along the Alcan.